guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the most emotional time of the year for me. I feel like every single time it's Taylor's birthday, I just get so emotional because I always think back on writing. Taylor Swift is 19 years old in my little journal when I used to journal all the time when I was growing up because I would watch her videos nonstop, and it's just crazy to think that she's turning 34 on the day that I'm posting this, which is December 13th, a national holiday. So I thought it would be fun to sit down and answer 34 questions about Taylor, what you guys wanted to know about, you know, how I became a Swiftie and all that good stuff. So absolutely, happy birthday, Taylor. You're probably not watching this, but I just wanted to say, you know, we have to say happy birthday. We just have to put that energy out into the universe. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off. You guys asked a bunch of questions, so I'm just gonna kind of scroll and go. So the first one is, I know Time Magazine with Taylor and it is going to be out, but there's one with a lot of people on the cover and I don't know if that's the one with Taylor's article in it. So I did want to start off with this question because Taylor got Person of the Year and there's going to be 3 different covers. Those covers will not be released until December 15th from my understanding. A couple people have seen her covers in the grocery store, but the one with like all of the people on the cover, that is not Taylor's Person of the Year edition with the interview, but it will be out on stands on December 15th, and check your grocery stores, Target, Barnes & Noble. You can also find them online, and I am just so incredibly proud of her. That's such a huge honor. That's such an accomplishment. And she just, it's so crazy how she just continues to build and build and build on her career. And I could not be more proud to stand on the sidelines and watch her. Okay, what genres would you like to see Taylor explore next? Anything Taylor Swift. By the way, I'm quite literally making a tally how many I do, so if you see me look down, that's why. I'm making a tally. I want to do it right. She's turning 34. Not one, not less. Not one more, not one less. So, okay. Question 2, what genres would you like to see Taylor explore next? I will listen to anything Taylor Swift puts out, but I do love her pop genre, and I feel like she's definitely going to stay pop. I love how even when she does classified pop, it always sounds different. There's always a shape shift in the sound of the album. So I'm such a pop girly. Like, everything else I listen to is very much like pop and upbeat. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I do enjoy some like classical here and there, and I also do enjoy some country here and there. But for the 98% of my music taste, it's definitely, I would say, classic pop. So I would just say stick to pop, but keep evolving herself as she always does. I don't even have to say that. Honestly, she could do whatever she wants. Okay, when and how did you become a Swiftie? So the when. I became a Swiftie when I heard the Love Story music video for the first time. So I was at my aunt's house. My cousin was over there, and I went up to her room to hang out with her. And she was just a tiny bit older than me, and she had on the Love Story music video on her computer. And she was sitting in a chair, and so I pulled up her little stool next to her. I said, "What are you listening to?" She said, "This is Love Story by Taylor Swift." And the rest was history. And in that point in my life, like, I needed a distraction. I was very little, but Taylor just, she always comes in at the perfect time. I found her when I like had no friends. Like, I just felt like people were insincere in my life. And so when I heard the Love Story music video, I was like, oh my God. Okay, like, I kept rewatching it. I learned all the lyrics. That became my song, trust me. In the 3rd grade talent show, I wanted to sing Love Story, but there was a girl graduating from 5th grade, which was like the graduation year in elementary school, and she got chosen to do Love Story. It was a very popular song, so we both auditioned with it, and of course she was graduating, so they chose her. But back then, it's kind of surreal. I didn't know it, but I was fearless because I remember they pulled me out into the hallway and they were like, hey, like, we still want you in the talent show, but you can't, you need to pick a different song than Love Story. And I remember sobbing to my mom in the car, like, Love Story is my song. I only wanted to sing Love Story. But I ended up being fearless, strapping up my boots, learning All American Girl by Carrie Underwood. Actually, not learning. That was another one of my absolute favorite songs. So I chose All American Girl by Carrie Underwood. And then after I heard the Love Story music video and, you know, became fixated on Miss Taylor Swift, I went back and rewatched, like, all her interviews, and every single moment that I had spare, I was focusing on her. And that was my activity. That and Webkinz. Taylor Swift and Webkinz were like this on my computer. If you checked my browser history, it would be Webkinz Taylor, YouTube Taylor, Taylor, you know, the whole shindig. So that is how I became a Swiftie, and I went back and I listened to her debut album, and I would say the debut album is the album that I connected to first. Like, I loved Fearless. Don't get me wrong. Like, I went to the extent of pretending that I lost my original Fearless. I knew right where it was to get the Fearless Platinum Edition from Target. I was like, Mom, I lost it. I don't know where it went. I knew it had new songs on it, so I pretended. She knows that story. We think it's funny now. Anyways, the debut album, my mom came home with it for me one year, and she was like, here's Taylor's first album, you know, when I became fixated on her, and that album made me feel more understood. I think that album is so special to me because that's the album that transformed me from I always say it's Fearless because, like, that's the era I became, like, fixated on Taylor, but, like, debut really pulled me, like, it was the first time I felt understood through music. So that was your very long-winded answer of when and how did I become a Swiftie. It really went from, oh, I love this music video, to, oh my god, this girl really just makes me feel so understood. What tours have I gone to? I've gone to Speak Now, Red, 1989, Reputation. I had tickets for Loverfest. We all know that COVID said no Loverfest for you. And I went to the Eras Tour. I have been so lucky to see Taylor in so many different circumstances, which is fun. Like, I saw her at Speak Now, I saw her at Red, like, I've seen her tours, but I've also seen her at Tribeca Film Festival when she did her All Too Well short film, and we celebrated it there. That was just such a fun experience to see Taylor in a different setting like that. And I've seen her at Jingle Ball, which was so much fun. I saw her on her 30th birthday, which will just, it will forever make me just so, like, fulfilled inside. So yeah, to see her in a different light like that, you know, than just a huge concert, like singing the All Too Well 10-minute version in a little intimate venue was just, like, so fulfilling. So I've seen her in many different circumstances, even at a car race, which was Formula One, back in 2016. So that was fun. I said, Dad, you love racing and you love cars, and I love Taylor Swift. Can we please go out there? It was a couple weeks after my birthday, so we did that. Do you think we'll ever get a Live Eras album? I think it will be included in the CD and DVD. Yes, because there's no way that they just have Cruel Summer live from the Eras Tour. Like, they have got to have all of them, and I really, really think it's coming sooner than we think. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if something came out for her birthday like that, like an extension of the extended Eras Tour film that's coming out, that's going to have Wildest Dreams, Long Live, and the Archer performances that we're able to rent, and I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to be watching the extended version when I go to Emma's for New Year's Eve, but I'm just so excited. Like, that's so much fun and so special, so I could definitely see it happening very, very soon. Yes. What is your all-time favorite outfit of hers? Street style, events, even tour costumes? her street style is immaculate. Like every single time she goes out in public, I just get so excited, like just to see her outfits. Like, okay, slay. Like, even listen, if you told 2023 January me that I was going to be watching football because I wanted to catch a glimpse of my bestie Taylor Swift, my favorite person in the whole wide world, Taylor Swift, I would have said you're crazy. I don't believe you. And here we are. But my point of saying that is I absolutely love seeing like her style and how it's evolved. But here are some of my favorites. I definitely have favorites because, like, I was telling Emma last night, like the Time Gala when she was in that pink and yellow gown, and the fragrance awards from Taylor by Taylor, she had her like hair in like this Tinkerbell bun and just like this gorgeous white dress. And also listen, Taylor Swift in a blazer will probably always immediately go on my favorites list. Like, it's just so good. It's just so good. I could really dive into every single one of those categories. If you guys want to see me do maybe like a video where I kind of like sit down and tell you guys my favorite fashion looks of Taylor, let me know. So the next question is, what song would you love for Taylor Swift to cover? Listen, I adore this question. I've thought about this question. Penthouse by Kelsey Ballerini, or Santa Doesn't Know You Like I Do by Sabrina Carpenter. And that one comes from It's Christmas Time, and I would love to hear it. I literally need Taylor to re-record her Christmas album. Thank you so much. Like, thank you so much. But I feel like Penthouse would be beautiful vocally. Okay. What are your thoughts on Taylor's new billionaire status? Okay. I think personally that if anybody's gonna be a billionaire, it needs to be somebody like her, where she is charitable to different causes. Like, she just donated to the relief fund for the tornado that hit Tennessee. She contributes to different charity events. She donates to different families. She did it in the pandemic. And if somebody's gonna be of that status, they need to treat people right and help others, and Taylor does. And I think that that's a lot of money to have, but Taylor has truly, she's worked really, really hard. And like I said, if anybody's gonna be of that status, I think it needs to be somebody like her. If anybody deserves to be a billionaire, I think it's Taylor Swift. So that's what I think. That's a huge number. That's a huge number. But that is my thought. If anybody's gonna be a billionaire, it needs to be somebody like her. How did you feel when you met Taylor? Literally, I could just sit here and melt thinking about like how all the years that I stood there on the sidelines and I was wishing for that very moment. Like, I never thought that I would actually meet her, and then when I did, and when it all fell into place, when I got that call from her team, like, it was just the most surreal feeling in the entire world to think, oh my God, like, I'm actually meeting my idol. And like the way she treated me, never took her eyes off me, just let me know that I really chose the right person. What Taylor songs do you come back to regardless of your emotions in the moment? This year for me, it has been Call It What You Want. I'll play it whenever I'm happy, sad, full of energy, exhausted, etc. For me, personally, I feel like it's the Speak Now vault and the 1989 vault. I am like stuck there, especially the Speak Now vault. Like, ever since it's been released in July, I have not been able to detach from that vault. Like, I am just so obsessed with that vault. Her vocals sound so nostalgic to me, but knowing that it's new music to us, but it's been in the vault for many years, like, is just so fulfilling as a fan. And somebody, like, it just makes me think about like the memories and Timeless. You guys know that has become my favorite Taylor Swift song. Like, that's definitely one, and Midnights. The entirety of Midnights, especially, like, not to sound incredibly basic, but like Lavender Haze and Karma, I will forever never skip them. Like, Taylor's music, all of Taylor's music is so freaking good, but there's just some songs like where you're like, oh, you know, it's cold out, it's a folklore day, or oh my god, it's summer, it's warm out, I'm just taking a drive, I'm listening to August by Taylor Swift. Or it's freezing outside, you know, but it's a nice day out, and it makes me feel like forever winter. Dancing with Our Hands Tied, like, I could just go on and on and on. Like, there's so situational circumstances with her songs, but some songs you're like, oh, if I hit that skip button, it's going to feel like a crime. And Karma and Lavender Haze can always like put the absolute rush in me. And also, like, Now That We Don't Talk, like, listen, I have been on a Now That We Don't Talk kick recently. But anyways, there's just a few for you. I'm such a Midnights girly. Like, it's kind of insane how much of a Midnights girly I am. Okay, what is your favorite hairstyle of Taylor's? Her hairstyle is so gorgeous right now. I do love her rep style, where it's like kind of like my length now, I think. And it has like that curl to it. I loved her Reputation hair, but I literally cannot deny that the classic curls of Taylor's hair will forever just be like the most sentimental and nostalgic and bring me back to when I first started loving Taylor. So like her Fearless curls, her Speak Now curls, like, it's so funny how you could show me a picture of Taylor Swift and I would know exactly what era it was from just based on her hair. Just merely based on the hair. Now she's going for like a little side swoop, like, okay, I'm in love. I'm in freaking love with it. Okay, I think I forgot to put a tally, but oops. Okay, the next question is going to be, what's my favorite era of Taylor's? My favorite era of Taylor's, I really just have to say that 1989 was incredibly special to me. It's the era when all my dreams came true. Taylor found out who I was interacting with Taylor. Reputation was also very special because it was for the fans that stuck around. We all stuck around, and it truly shows who was here during the rep era. It was so much fun getting to go to those shows with friends and make new friends. I made a lot of new friends during the rep era. You know, I'd find people at these shows and we'd just gravitate towards each other because we had this mutual love for Taylor. So I'd say honestly 1989 or rep have like the best memories for me. But also I just love the era that we're in right now, which is the era of just constantly getting stuff thrown at us. I'm not mad at it, but those two will always be very close to my heart. Okay. When do you think Reputation, Taylor's version, is going to be announced? I think personally, I could see it being announced like on New Year's Day, like right at midnight. And then maybe coming out in February. And I say that because like New Year's Day, I don't know, but then people are just talking about February a lot, so I don't know if maybe she'd do it like at her first show back in Tokyo. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's coming out in February. That's just what my brain's telling me. How much money would you spend to meet Taylor again? You know that audio on TikTok where it's like, how much does the earth cost? I'm gonna buy the entire earth. That's, yep. You heard it here. If you had 24 hours to head her design team before a drop, what merch are we getting? Oh my God. That is the best question I think on here. I am obsessed with that. Okay, we're getting Christmas Tree Farm pajamas. We're getting Midnight's pajamas because, like, come on. Let's see. We're getting a folklore cabin ornament. like the one from the Eras tour. We're getting that, don't worry. What else are we gonna get? Oh, we're gonna get the classic Taylor Swift cowboy boots on her site. I wouldn't even want to know how much this would cost if they ever got uploaded. Let's see. We're gonna get a stuffed, we're gonna get a revamped stuffed Taylor Swift teddy bear for Taylor's version. Oh my god, I would buy that so quick. And we're also gonna get a Christmas Tree Farm cardigan. Off the top of my head, that's where it's going. Most nostalgic Taylor moments, not including yourself, so if there's any communication with you, the outside looking in. First of all, love that debut reference. I feel like seeing her get an honorary doctorate was very special as a fan. Seeing her win her Grammys is always, especially for Album of the Year, is always so, like, will bring me to tears as a fan. Let's see. Anytime, like, she gets a huge honor, I just feel so, like, happy for her. One of my favorites is when she gets nominated for Entertainer of the Year at the CMA Awards, and she's in bed with her mom watching the televised nominees, and she's like jumping up and down and screaming. That will forever be one of my favorite moments. Okay. What would you sincerely say to Taylor if she was watching this video about her birthday? Wow, let's see if I cry. Taylor, if you're watching this by some crazy circumstance, happy birthday. I can remember when I was little and writing in my journal about how much I loved you, and I was writing that you were 19 years old and you were on America's Got Talent once with a girl named Julian Irwin. And why I know that very niche fact, it's because I spent all my time getting to know you via computer. Well then, years later, you found out who I was. Some miraculous circumstance called Tumblr brought that to me, and I got to know you, you got to know me, and you took the time to memorize me, and you sincerely changed my life by getting to know me as well as a fan. And over the years, you've truly just, you constantly open my diary of my heart, and you always seem to know what to say and when to say it. So thank you so much. It's just crazy to think that we've grown up together, and I'm 24 now, and the 8-year-old girl who discovered you is just even more obsessed with you now. And trust me, that 8-year-old girl would never shut the hell up, and the 24-year-old isn't either. But thank you for all the memories. Thank you for bringing me my best friends in the entire world. Thank you for making the most sincere memories, even with my parents. And thank you for bringing me the songs that have brought me so much happiness and comfort. And, you know, it's so reassuring to know that even on my sad days, or a day maybe I'm just not feeling it, that I have you to look forward to. You're always doing something so much fun. And even if you're not doing something that day, I have you to listen to, and it's just truly so special to know that I have you in my life, and I get to celebrate you every single day and not just on your birthday. So yeah, thank you for allowing me to be creative. Thank you for allowing me to travel new places. Thank you for allowing me to connect with the most amazing people, and it's all because of you. And happy birthday to my favorite person. And before I start crying, I'm gonna stop speaking as if I'm speaking to Taylor Swift. Okay, let's see. What is my favorite tour? My favorite tour, I've gotta say, Reputation was just an iconic tour. Like, I think about the intro of that tour maybe all the time. like maybe all the time. And like the outro to King of My Heart and how we were all looking to run to the barricade, like that tour I feel like has the most like memories for me. And that's crazy to say because like Eras of course is the most recent, but I feel like for Reputation, like I don't know, like there's so much at the Eras tour to like devour, like when you're in it. Like that's why I love like rewatching it too, is because like when you're in it, like there's so much happening. But I feel like Reputation, just I have the most amazing memories surrounding that tour. Not that I don't for Eras, like I said, not that I don't for Eras, but Reputation was just special because it was the ones that like stuck around when Taylor was at her lowest. And it's just like, damn, you guys are making me cry. That's why I think it's so special, is because it was, you knew everybody there was just genuinely there and authentically in love with like Taylor and her music. So, and then 1989, of course 1989 is very special to me because I met Taylor at the 1989 World Tour. So yeah, but they all are so special to me. Like I'm just thinking, like the Speak Now World Tour was my very first Taylor show, and like then Red was just like so you guys are really gonna make me choose, but like I'm gonna say Reputation. I'm really gonna say Reputation here. How did you cope in 2016 when Taylor was going through her cancellation? That goes with me saying I think with the Rep Tour, it was the most authentic version of Who Stayed Around. So when Taylor got canceled in 2016, I remember I got a lot of backlash in school, and I really didn't care. And not from the standpoint that like, oh, like I don't care about the situation, because I truly did. I remember so vividly that night that the phone call came out, and I was frantically adding Kim Kardashian on Snapchat so I could hear it. Gross. Everybody band together so much, and I could just tell it was edited. Like look, the one thing about me is Taylor is so transparent with her heart and her soul that I believe in her, and I've gotten to know her over the years. And I see how genuine her heart is. I knew something was so askew with that, and I was like, you know what? I know she's gonna say something. And when that happened, it turned out to be the darkest hour, as Taylor has talked about before. How 2016 just brought her down, and I think banding together as a fandom was very important. And I remember going in 2016 to the car race, and seeing her perform there was just so special. Like it was her only show of 2016, and again, it was just so authentic to who was sticking around. So I really just stayed online and like band together with the friends that I had made because of Taylor. Let's see. What kind of conversations would you have with Taylor if you got to meet her again? And where would you like to meet her at? Where would you be? So, Taylor, invite me over anytime. I would love to like see her home. Like, I would just love to like sit down in a very, you know, quiet space and just like talk to her about life. That's like, you know, never gonna happen, but a girl can dream, you know? I would just like to sit down, have some like lunch with her, and just like talk and tell her sincerely the impact that she's had on my life. I would love to tell her about when Evermore was released and like that saga of my life, and like from the Folklore to Evermore saga of my life, and how just like thankful I am for her music and just like her as a person, like, and how much like I appreciate, like, she's just a good soul. She's just like a good person, and I would just love to like laugh and giggle with her. and just like talk about life, and just, you know, I'd love to like thank her for everything, and just thank her for all the memories, and I would love to talk to her about my best friends because of her and all that good stuff. So that is what we talk about, and there you have it. If you could spend the day with her, what are you doing and how would you choose to spend it? So that kind of goes with this question. So I would honestly, like I said, just love to have like a chill day with her, drink some wine, just feel like, hey, like would just like have a good girls' day in. Maybe we go shopping, maybe we wouldn't, but regardless, I would just love to have like a good, like, you know, conversation with her where it was no interruptions, you know. Let's see. What is the weirdest piece of Taylor Swift merchandise that you own? If we had to go weird, I'd say, and it's not weird, but like off the top of my head, I'm gonna go All Too Well tissues. Like that's just so funny. Like Taylor Swift literally had All Too Well tissues put on her site. Like I think that's just hysterical in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with All Too Well tissues. And if I think of anything else, yeah, I think that's the winner for now. How many years have I been a Swiftie? So 2023 to 2008. I can't do the math. Let's see. 2023 minus 15 years. That's crazy. That is freaking crazy to say out loud. Do you think once Taylor has all her re-recordings completed, do you think she'll do the halftime show? I don't think it necessarily has to do with the re-recordings, because I say that because Taylor's still like performing them on the Eras tour, even if they're not re-recorded. Like Reputation like has a whole set, and it's, I'm sure it's recorded, but it's not to our ears yet. So I would say maybe in the future, maybe like even after the Eras tour. It's a possibility. I wouldn't discount it. I wouldn't say no. Besides your photos and gifts from Taylor, what is the coolest Taylor Swift thing that you own? Oh my god. I'm like looking at my bookshelf. I am just so blessed like that I've been able to build my collection. I'd say my autographs, like my red autograph, because that was just like by circumstance that was happening, because they didn't have the tour books out yet for the red tour, so it was at the merchandise booth. It's so hard to answer. Like I just love all my merch. So I'm gonna go get it. A couple years ago, meaning I think 2018, they were with a certain amount in a merch order, they were putting a flower from the Our Song music video in your order. So I have a flower from the Our Song music video. That I think is the coolest thing that I own. So what is your favorite Taylor red carpet look? So for me, I think one of my favorite red carpet looks, oh my god, the VMAs from 2012, when she had her straight hair, she had her red lip and the white suit. Oh my god. And then she went to, I think it was the Teen Choice Awards, and she had on like this Versace suit. Oh my god, chef's kiss. I also love, if you want to count, like I said, like the Time 100 gala, when she had on the yellow and pink dress. Like, oh my god. Those are just a few of my favorites. She never misses. Like, I am just so obsessed with like everything that she wears. Who would you like to see Taylor collab with? I would like to see Taylor collab with Kelsey. I would love to see her collaborate with Kelsey or Sabrina. I feel like those are just my girlies. Like, I love them. I'm always down for an Ed collab. I'm always down. I cannot lie. I'm always down for an Ed collab. Number 34, I feel like I've been talking for 10 years now. What is your favorite Taylor song from every album? Debut, we're gonna go with The Outsider, Mary song. Fearless, we're gonna go with Don't You. Or we're gonna go with, I can't, like Fearless is just like, how can I not say Fearless? Superstar. Okay, and then Speak Now, Timeless. Let's see. Red, Taylor's version, we're gonna go Forever Winter. We're gonna go I Almost Do, and we're gonna say The Lucky One. Then from 1989, we're gonna say the whole album. I can't choose a favorite from 1989. Like, I'm a sucker for Slut. Like, I love Slut. Reputation, Dancing with Our Hands Tied is one of my absolute favorites. But that entire album, a fave. Lover, we have Cornelia Street and I Think He Knows. And let's see. Then Folklore, I would say My Tears Ricochet is my favorite, and Mad Woman. Evermore, we've got Dorothea and Coney Island probably as my absolute favorites. Gold Rush is so good too. I'm really trying to choose here, like my stan songs. And then let's see, from Midnights, that's a doozy. How Do I Choose? Glitch, I love. Midnight Rain. Excuse me. Rain, he wanted it comfortable, I wanted that pain. Oh. Lavender Haze, as basic as that sounds. There's your answers. And that's crazy. I have so many stan songs. I'm just sitting here like, damn, I feel bad for not mentioning that one. But I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening to me just talk your ear off about Taylor Swift. But maybe this is a fun way for you to celebrate her birthday as well. Taylor, happy birthday. If you're watching this, you're not, but still gotta say it. I hope this video entertained you guys in some way, and I sincerely hope I see you, yes, you, in the next one. Bye.